Ladies and gentlemen, fellow veterans and honored guests, welcome to the Palatine Memorial Day Observance Ceremony. Thank you to the American Legion Post 690 for inviting me. I am truly honored. Memorial Day was born out of our citizens' human need to honor our dead. It was officially proclaimed on May 5th, 1868, and first observed May 30th of that same year. On that day, flowers were placed on the graves of both Confederate and Union soldiers at Arlington National Cemetery. It does not matter who established the day, but that it was established. Men and women in uniform, veterans of our armed forces, and their families, all across this nation, know what Memorial Day truly represents. As an individual takes the oath of military service to our country, they pledge to protect and serve this nation. These individuals know at any time they may be called to place themselves into harm's way to protect and defend our citizens, our Constitution, and our freedoms. They do this with the knowledge they may never return. My grandfather, Private Casper Norman Johnson, entered the United States Army at the young age of 14 during World War I. An orphan, he lived with an adoptive family in southern Illinois. To escape his poor treatment, he falsified his information to the induction center to enter in the war. He went to France as a child and came back a man. He believed he would return one day to finish school and find a job. He believed America would prosper. He believed if he did his part to defend freedom for the United States, we would have no limitations to our democracy. 1,116,000 United States military members died for this cause. My brother-in-law's father, First Lieutenant Fred Boland, was in the United States Army during World War II. After the sudden and deliberate attack on Pearl Harbor, December 7, 1941, our entire nation gave birth to a war effort. During the next 3 years, over 400,000 military men and women from the greatest generation lost their lives. It was a time when every citizen knew someone who had perished. My father, Staff Sergeant Casper Norman Johnson, along with thousands of brave Americans, answered the bugler's call to oppress communist advances into South Korea. The troops did not hesitate or falter. 37,000 of our brave countrymen did not return home. Sergeant Carl Smith, my brother-in-law, received a Silver Star and a Purple Heart for his service in Vietnam. He witnessed many of his comrades, some of 58,000 service members, make the ultimate sacrifice. Upon return to the United States, he and others who had served were treated with hostility and apathy. Incredibly, the dead were held with even more disregard and lack of respect. The Vietnam veteran was ashamed to tell fellow citizens they served and families of the departed of their loss. After Vietnam, America continued to fight for freedoms of others and the security of our country. We honor those lost in the following wars and conflicts: Iran hostage rescue, 8. Lebanon, 265. Grenada, 19. Panama, 23. Operation Desert Shield Storm, 383. Somalia, 43.